Running your own telesales business means that you are in control, okay? You decide how much to invest in leads. You decide how much time to put into this business, how many dials you're going to make, and ultimately how much you are going to earn. The message that I want to get across today is that success doesn't necessarily come from adding more. Look, we do a lot of trainings out there. A lot of agents don't need that extra training. What's going to help them is by removing what's holding them back. And that's the message I want to get across today, because bad habits, they are silent killers of this business. And it's not talked about a lot. A lot of people watch these videos that I do over the years regarding, therapy, mindset, and they get the lowest amount of engagement, the lowest amounts of people watching it all the way through, right? I get it, but it's an important message, and I really want you guys to hear this out. If you can stick with me for the next, call it 8-10 minutes or so, okay? Guys, bad habits, they're silent killers. They drain your time, they drain your focus, they drain your energy, they cloud your clarity, and they just make it harder to see the simple actions that lead to sales, that lead to success. And if you can think of your business as a glass of water, okay? Everybody knows I'm a big fan of therapy. It's really helped me unlock my potential, my wife's potential, a lot of my friends, and a bunch of agents who have done it as well, okay? And I got this analogy in a session that's always stuck with me, right? Think of your business like a glass of water. If it's muddy, you don't need more water. You need to remove the dirt. And that's what we're doing here by removing bad habits. You need to remove the bad habits from your business. You need to remove the dirt, not add more water, okay? So let's call out the usual suspects with bad habits with telesales agents, okay? You have your business bad habits and you have your personal bad habits, right? Business bad habits, you have inconsistent dialing, right? Skipping days or letting distractions shorten your call sessions. Guys, you must hit your daily presentation goal, no matter what. That is all that this business is about, hitting your presentation goal. Then you can build the skills. But the thing is, most agents aren't hitting their presentation goals because they have these bad habits, all right? Another bad habit is just overanalyzing leads, right? Spending more time thinking about which lead they're going to call next, or thinking about the quality of the lead. Okay, the last few leads, they haven't been that interested. I wonder if there's a problem with my Facebook campaign. You have negative self-talk, letting rejection dictate your mindset, your activity, your mood, okay? Poor time management, it's a big one, right? Taking personal calls, scrolling social media, or just avoiding the phones during prime time calling hours. A lot of you just have bad boundaries. You take those personal calls when you should set those boundaries, like, hey, nobody call me during these hours. This is where I make all my money. And then you just put your phone down. You don't take those calls, all right? But those personal bad habits, these are big offenders with a lot of agents I've seen throughout the decade plus I've been training agents. Okay, I've seen agents addicted to video games, to crypto, to poker, to social media. And they didn't even know they were addicted to social media. They think scrolling is just a thing that they do, mind-numbing thing they do, but it really is taking away their focus, their energy, and getting themselves in their head and comparing themselves to people, right? And it just consumes some people, and it just took away any chance they ever had of being successful because of those personal bad habits, some of them addictions, okay? And I've seen agents who just don't care about their health. And I'm not here to preach health or whatnot, but I mean, it's been said to me many times, including like exercise, diet, and sleep. I mean, I've had agents that either get no sleep, like insomniacs, or they sleep too much. They won't get out of bed until afternoon, even though they're great closers. All this stuff can impact your business. These are bad habits. Each of these habits, they don't just reduce productivity, it robs you of clarity. And that's the big piece here, okay? When you eliminate bad habits, clarity emerges, and it's so powerful. You have a clear focus on your activity. Okay, you know the only thing that matters is how many conversations you have every single day. You get that clarity. You get the clarity in your process. You get the confidence in your process, okay? With distractions gone, you see how simple this business actually is. The formula is dial or take inbound calls, right? Present, get those presentations you need every single day. That number's different for everybody. Follow up, sales, service, right? Dial, present, follow up, sales, service. That's it. That's all you need to focus on. That's the process, okay? And you get emotional clarity, okay? You feel less guilt. You feel less frustration. You get less mental fog. You just feel lighter and more in control if you can remove those bad habits. I'm sure you already have identified them right now, but just removing the unnecessary makes it obvious what's necessary in your business. And you won't feel that until you do it, okay? It may seem like something completely out there for you. It's the best way to describe how, when I've eliminated some bad habits, and guys, everybody has bad habits. Everybody does. Nobody's perfect, okay? But you can reduce those really bad habits and keep chipping away at those other bad habits, all right? So my advice here, and again, this is from a therapy session, so you can pay me later. I'm just kidding. Identify your number one bad habit, okay? Don't try to fix everything at once. Just pick one bad habit. Start with one that hurts you the most. You know what that is. You do, okay? And then here's where people get it wrong. They try and eliminate that habit. Don't eliminate it. Replace it. Replace it with a good habit. That time you spent doing that bad habit, replace it with a good habit, okay? If you stop checking your phone on social media between calls, replace it with reviewing objections, listening to some of your calls, going for a walk, exercise, affirmations, whatever it is that is just a better habit, and you're eliminating that bad habit. That's what you need to do here, okay? Not just kick it, but replace it. So much easier to replace bad habits with good habits than it is to eliminate a bad habit, all right? And that's it, okay? Think of your business as a car. Another analogy coming your way, guys. Bad habits are like dragging the parking brake while you're driving, okay? You're working harder than you need to. You're burning more fuel, more energy. You are not going very fast. You're not going very far, okay? When you release the brake, you get rid of the bad habits, the same effort produces much greater results. Think about it that way, okay? Clarity feels like knowing your numbers without a doubt, having full clarity of that and confidence in those numbers, seeing your income rise because your daily activity is consistent, okay? Feeling less stress because the path is actually pretty simple here, all right? So I challenge everyone to identify a bad habit and replace it this week. Don't eliminate it, replace it with something productive. Focus on subtraction, not addition. We're all trying to build our skills, but if we have that parking brake on that's holding us back, you're going to work harder than you have to, okay? And it's going to hurt your ability to learn those skills, all right? As the path to success isn't always about doing more. It's not always about building your skill sets. It's important, yes, but it's not about that. Many of us just need to remove the obstacles that are already in the way.